Hi, I'm Abby, and I've officially made it to 1 week on 75 hard again. It's currently 9:30 a.m. and right now I have to get something prepped for my meal prep later. Alrighty, here are our ingredients for our meal that I'm meal prepping. We've got chicken breast, we've got sweet chili sauce, soy sauce, basmati rice, salt, pepper, garlic, ginger, sesame seeds, green onions, and broccoli. First, we've got to start with marinating our chicken, and then we'll do the rest after my workout. To start out with, we're going to get a cup of this sweet chili sauce. A little over a cup, but it will be okay. I didn't want to save just a little bit of that. And I'm going to go ahead and transfer it to our bowl. To our bowl, we're gonna add our sweet chili sauce, 2 tablespoons of the soy sauce, our crushed garlic, and our ginger. Now I'm just going to give this a really good mix. Put some plastic wrap over it, and then we'll store it in the fridge. We're gonna go ahead and get our rice ready as well, just to make our job a little easier for later. Alrighty, 10:10, and we're gonna start our outdoor workout. I wanna say that it was the week before last that we had much cooler weather, but after we had that weather, it seriously got so much hotter. Now I just step outside, instantly start sweating. Classic Alabama weather. I like to incorporate my weights quite a bit outside now. I'll normally do these for a little bit and then go straight to walking. I'll also do the weighted hoop for a second today. Though I have completed a week on 75 hard, today is actually a week and 1 day. I will say I feel much stronger on this week completed than I did on my last week completed on 75 hard. That first week on my first start of it was rough. You know, it's a little rough today, especially with this weather, but I did have a day earlier this week to where for the first time, I did not think I was gonna get through the outside workout. I did end up powering through, but it was rough. It is now 10:57 a.m. and I'm not gonna lie, that was brutal. I did not contemplate giving up though. I was definitely 100% going to power through it regardless. The one way that I know to get through it is to just blast my music and I will be working it down my driveway. And another thing that I've started doing is to stop checking my timer. Like I'll be walking and I'll be like, how much more time left? And that makes it feel like it goes on for ages. So now I just kind of leave it in my pocket for a long while and don't even mess with it. Definitely a very good workout though. I'm glad I did it as always. There's always that feeling of, you know, I don't really feel like working out today. And then after you're done, you are so grateful that you did. I'm doing very well on my water so far today. Anyways, I'm about to go cool off and then I will be making breakfast shortly before I meal prep. It is now 11:03 a.m. and I'm about to eat breakfast. I know it's a little later in the day, but I love breakfast and hate to skip it. I've been missing toast a lot lately, so I went to Walmart yesterday and grabbed up this interesting bread, and I'm going to do something a little crazy with it. So let's get started. All right, so here are our ingredients for breakfast. We have eggs, cottage cheese, everything bagel seasoning, red pepper jelly, grapes, sausage, green onion, and finally for the bread that I got, it is the Sola protein soft white bread. And I just kind of wanted to try it. I thought it'd be interesting, so we will see. I'm gonna go ahead and start cooking our sausage. And before we do our eggs, we're going to work on weighing out everything and toasting our bread. Here's what the bread looks like, by the way. Immediately I notice it's like a little stiffer, but other than that, I mean, it doesn't have a funky smell or anything, so. All right, so we're going to kind of build this now while we're weighing everything. We're going to start with some red pepper jelly. This much looks all right. Next, we're going to top that with our cottage cheese. You guys know I love my cottage cheese. I saw this cottage cheese toast online and I had to try it, but this is very different. Put our sausage to the side, weigh our grapes. Okay, now we've got to cook our egg. I did forget to mention that I'm putting some spinach in my egg today. Top it with some pepper and salt. So now our egg will go right on top of that cottage cheese. I'm gonna top that with some everything bagel. And then finally for our green onions. There is our breakfast for this morning. I'm not sure how it's gonna be. Okay, let's go ahead and try this toast. Actually, I really enjoy this. The bread's got a really nice texture. The red pepper jelly really set everything off. I think it gave it just what it needed. I love the little addition of the green onions on top. And yet again, I do not mind the cottage cheese. It's really good, but I am a huge cottage cheese lover, so. It's really good. And the bread does not have a bad flavor at all. It really tastes pretty good. This is definitely a new regular for me. All right, it is now 11:39 a.m. and it is now time to meal prep, my friends. In this bowl, I have some cornstarch with salt and pepper. Just gonna mix that. Our chicken is ready to be taken out. Kind of let that excess liquid drip off and toss it in here. All right, 20 hours later and we finally got them all coated. Now it's time to fry them up. Here is all of our cooked chicken. We're going to add the rest of our glaze in here. We just want to leave this simmering and get it nice and thick. We're gonna turn that down and add our chicken in now. And now we're just gonna coat all of these in that sauce. And there it is with all the glaze. They're so good, by the way. All right, so we're gonna leave this sitting for a second and I'm gonna go ahead and get that broccoli in the microwave. Just gonna add our broccoli. We'll add some of this cowboy butter and some pepper. Alrighty, you guys know the routine by now. It is time to weigh. We're gonna start out with weighing our rice. That's 705 grams. Put it back into our bowl. Next, we've got our broccoli. I'm just trying to get most of that water out from it. That's 360 grams for the broccoli. And finally for our chicken, by the way, you guys, this stuff is the bomb. I have had such a craving for this lately. I was like, you know what? Screw it, I'm just gonna meal prep it. This meal is definitely one of my favorite chicken meals in general. That's 1,125 grams. So now I'm gonna divide all of those by 4. Let's get started on our bowls. 4 each, so there'll be 176 grams of rice. For our chicken, it's 280 grams in each. Now for our broccoli, it is 90 grams in each. And there are our sticky sweet chili chicken, broccoli, and rice bowls. Well, I had them ready to put in the fridge and I forgot all about the toppings. So for the toppings, we just have some green onion and some sesame seeds. And now they are complete. Now to clean up this kitchen. It is currently 2:10 p.m. It is storming and I'd very much like to just go lay down, but I want to go ahead and get this inside workout done. Today I'm doing Fit by Mix 30-minute cardio party workout. I'll leave a link in the description below because this is definitely a loved video by me. I've been doing it all week long. They have the option to where on the top right-hand screen, you can see the low impact workout and choose to do that instead, which I do normally do. I just cannot do all this jumping and stuff right now. It's still a very good workout even with following the low impact, and that's what I'm doing today. And the Wi-Fi went out. Okay, so the whole thing just froze and I just checked my phone. The Wi-Fi is out. So I'm gonna go ahead and hurry up and go to the bike and we're gonna finish it out on there. I don't know if you can tell, but it is very heavily storming out there right now. All right, I have 25 more minutes. There goes our power flickering again. I'm also going to go ahead and read my book. Okay, I'm now done with my 45-minute inside workout. Thankfully, the power didn't end up going off, but we did have a few flickers. I did get done reading my book, and now I'm going to go take a shower. Okay, well apparently my mic was not working in this and I never realized it, so today we have a clothing try-on. I've been going through my older clothes lately because I have so many, trying to decide what to donate and what to keep. Today we have dresses. First, we have this green sort of summer dress. Most of these dresses were bought years ago, by the way, and I just never felt comfortable enough to wear them out. I like it, but I don't love it. The length is nice. Maybe it's the sleeves that I don't like. Next, we have this black trash bag looking dress that I'm sure I only got because it was on sale. I don't know what I was thinking, but all I can think while wearing this is skipping along with that Berries and Cream song. If you know, you know. I loved this one years ago and still never wore it out because I didn't believe I could pull off dresses. It feels so nice, but is unfortunately a little tight in the arms these days. I may keep it just in case. I could imagine wearing this in the fall with some kind of boots. This next one is definitely giving my last Berries and Cream dress, but in white. Another dress that I must have gotten on sale. Really don't like the sleeves and will not be keeping. This next red dress is one that I got to wear years ago for me and my husband's anniversary, and I never did it for the same reasons that I said before. It's surprising that it still fits, but I don't know if I'm too crazy about the red anymore. For this one, I don't know why I bought it, but again, I never wore it. I like the feel of it, it's super soft, but I feel like I would like it more if it were shorter. I don't really like this length. This was going to be a wear to the beach dress, and let me just say, sometimes women's clothes are weird. It took me forever for me to figure out how to put this on when I finally ended up with this result. I don't think you wear a bra under this. I think it's cute. And finally, for our last one, this is definitely a dress made for the fall. I love the sleeves on this, but think my upper body may be a bit too big for it, if you know what I mean. Very tight. Let me know in the comments which was your favorite dress if you had one. It is now 4:41 p.m. and I'm eating dinner. That chicken turned out so good, you guys. This is definitely my #1 meal prep that I've made so far. My absolute favorite. Also, just as a side note, I have opened up memberships on my channel, so if you'd like to support my channel and get access to exclusive perks, feel free to go check out the link in my description below. It is now 6:30 p.m. and my goodness, it has been a long day. I feel like from the second I woke up this morning, it's just been go. I am very tired. My husband and I were going to go to a botanical gardens near us today. It wasn't even supposed to storm, it just kind of came out of nowhere. But that's okay because like I said, I am really tired and it gives us something to do this weekend. One thing I don't think I've mentioned too much on this channel is I'm like really interested in fashion, but I don't have a good fashion sense, if that makes sense. Before I started 75 Hard, I actually did this thing with Stitch Fix to where they send you clothing based on what your style preferences are. And it was actually pretty cool. And I'm definitely looking forward to trying out something like that again after my 75 Hard journey. I'm just kind of worried about buying clothes now and then in a couple months not having them fit the same. So I'm waiting it out. But I will say my biggest thing I want to do after this journey is just get a really good clothing haul of just clothes that I feel good in. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I am almost done with my water. I noticed that a lot of the time now I'm done with it by 7. I don't know if it's because I've been sweating a lot more recently or what. With that, I'm going to go ahead and write in my journal. By the way, while I'm filling this out, I'm just looking at calorie counts of the day and everything. And I know I said this while I was eating earlier. That was literally my favorite meal prep. But I'm not gonna say that it was super simple like some of my other ones, or had minimal dishes because it definitely did not. But what I will say is it was well worth it. And that breakfast is easily going to become a regular. Okay, my notebook is done for the day, and now it is time to take off our sticky note. I feel like I want to go to bed. I also feel like it may be too early to go to bed. I also halfway feel like I want to color or do something. I don't know. It's been a long day. And day 8 is complete.